Right, we got a lot to talk about. PD dropped a bombshell on Friday night Australian time. They basically said there's going to be an online regional final and world final. So I've just loaded up a whole bunch of tabs on the Gran Turismo page, and I'm just going to ramble through it all. So this was the news update. So basically saying there's an extra stage for the 2020 series. It's effectively the fourth stage. We had online stages 1 to 3, and they're just saying this is a time trial event. I'll go through the details of that later. Next is the Nations Cup online regional finals. You'll remember in 2018 we had live regional finals, Asia, Oceania in Tokyo, MEA in Madrid, and North and South America in Las Vegas. So this time, because of coronavirus obviously, we can have an online only regional finals, and we've got the details for that later on, which leads us to the online world finals, which will be held in December, and you basically have to go through you have to qualify via the online regional finals, or if you were the winner of World Tour Sydney, which was Miyazono-san. Also coming back to the World Finals is the Manufacturer Series. And for now, I'm just going to assume that it's based on the selection of what would have been for the original live World Final. So it's basically top 12 manufacturers with that manufacturer global ranking, and the top driver from the top 3 regions gets to represent, plus a whole bunch of a little system for any backups and reserves for those who can't participate for whatever reason. Yeah, they said they've and they've also updated the 2020 Championship Series page, and apparently there'll be a prize giving ceremony in December. So if people can travel there, that's great, but it's still good that at least they can give away the prize that officially recognised by the FIA. Next tab I have is more details, like the news dropping of the extra stage. So it's basically just a single time trial. You've got from the 15th of October to the 25th of October, and it's just in the time trial section of sport mode in GT Sport. You have to use the X2019 at Suzuka on Racing Hard, and shotgun penalty of the week, and you can't use counter steering or ASM. Also here we've got details of the regional finals for Nations Cup and how many competitors they'll be taking in. But first here we've got just from the extra stage time trial. So MEA you get 4, NA 2, CSA 2, Asia 3, Oceania 1. Also, it's outlined the overall number of entrants from each region for the regional final. So you can see them there. So it looks like it's going to be split up very similarly to 2018. So we've got one section for MEA. We'll have 16 total competitors. The Americas, North and South America, will have a total of 16 competitors as well. And Oceania will have a total of 16 competitors as well. So we've got back to the 3 regions, each region with 16 competitors, and from there it will be whittled down to a world final. So keeping these numbers in mind, I've also got the Nations Cup leaderboards over the first 3 stages. So I will hop back and forth between this table, but also I just want to have a quick look at the main 2020 Championships page, and just show you what's actually changed. So what has changed? So we all know that we've done stages 1 to 3 of both the Nations Cup and Manufacturer Series. Nothing changed on the global manufacturer ranking. They've just left included in the page the details for World Tour Sydney. So it looks like these points might be carried over to the regional final, maybe, I'm guessing. Maybe just the world final. So we'll see how that plays out. Yes, so World Tour points will be added to the individual drivers and manufacturers' initial scores for the World Finals. So Miyazono came first. He'll have 3 points in the World Finals. If he qualifies, he probably will, let's face it. Mr. Latkovsky came second, famously, by a very close margin. So he'll have 2 points if he makes the World Finals, also quite likely. Third, apologies, I've forgotten who came third, but we all focused on that top two of Cody versus Takuma. So whoever was third at Sydney will have 1 point if they make it to the World Finals. And off the top of my head, I've totally forgotten who placed in the manufacturer series in Sydney. But based on this sentence, those manufacturers will have points. You never know, they could just change it just because there's only one World Tour is counted, but based on this information, they'll be getting points. They've just added the section for the extra stage time trial. They've just got the details there. They may or may not fill this section out a bit more. And we've got here the section for the online regional finals. And I know I saw somewhere, it might have been this page. I don't remember reading this. The drivers who finished in the top 8 in the final standings of the online regional finals. Oh no, World Tour points. Okay. So you've got the 3 regional finals, and it looks like in the top 8. No, that doesn't make sense to me. The top 8 in the final standings of the online regional finals will be awarded World Tour points. Which doesn't make sense because I did have a quick look at this diagram before. As you can see, so here it doesn't say how many there are in each one, but you've got MEA, Americas, Asia, Oceania, 16 in each block. But out of MEA, the top 8 will go through to the world final. So the top 8 in that MEA regional final will get 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 points. Americas, only the top 4 out of that 16 get to make the online world finals. So I'm assuming out of the top 4, they will get 8, 7, 6, and 5 points respectively. And in Asia Oceania, only the top 3 out of the 16 that are in the online regional final get to go through to the online world final. And I'm assuming that the winner gets 8, second 7, and third 6. Also based on this diagram, Miyazono will be going straight through to the world final. So I'm not sure if he still is eligible to actually compete in this regional final. Maybe he will, because I think he'll be wanting to try to get these 8 points, or some of these points, for being in the top 3 of the Asia Oceania online regional final. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out, how that affects this part of the diagram. I'm guessing, logically speaking, to give him a chance at the 8 points, because if we scroll back up, if he only gets those 3 points, because he won and he's already qualified, and he only gets 3 points, but he doesn't have a chance to fight for the 8 points here, that doesn't quite make sense. But you never know with PD. They just come up with something that just makes sense to them only. And we just like throw our hands in the air and it's like, what are you thinking? So that will be something to look out for in terms of the points. But yes, Keep this diagram in mind when we're watching the online regional finals, because as you can see, it's a different number of qualifiers from each regional final. Moving on, so the manufacturer series, so it's one team from each of the 12 top 12 manufacturers, 3 competitors per team. That's all per normal, nothing new there, nothing new to report on. For now, just assume as if it was the same as same as the World Tours in 2019. 12 teams, three representatives from 3 different regions. And of course we've got Toyota and Mazda as the official partners. Nothing new here, that's all the same, top 16, points of caution. So I'm going to leave this page here. Actually no, let's go to this important table. So I'm going to start off with let's move on to the leaderboards of stages 1 to 3. So we've got Oceania first, my home region. I ended up crappy 9th as usual, but I scraped into the top 10 again. So in Oceania, top 3 get to go straight through to the online regional finals. And we've got our usual suspect, Cody Nicola Latkovsky. And we also have Matthew McEwen from New Zealand and Emily Jones, who's picked up GT Sport late last year after being invited to the Tokyo Tokyo World Tour, and competed in the Pro-Am. And she's just transferred her skills over from iRacing. She's still heavily involved in iRacing, but I'm pretty sure she just does this for fun. But congratulations to these 3. If any of these, for whatever reason, pull out, next in line are Matt Simmons, Andrew Lee, and Dylan Lindgren. But I'm pretty sure they've all stated their intentions to compete at the regional final. So that leaves 1 spot left from the extra stage time trial. I imagine it's going to go to Dan Holland. I think we all know he's a time trial god. But there's still plenty of other fast guys that, well, we've got 10 days to grind out a very good time trial lap. So it's not Holland's just yet. It's very likely to be his, but there's plenty of other guys that are willing to put in the time to try and get that 1 spot in Oceania. Next, let's go to Asia. Now, keeping in mind, let's just refresh our memory, top 9 from the online series get to go straight through. And at the top, we've got the usual suspects: Miyazono, Akagi, Kokubun, Yamanaka, Shogo Yoshida, and a name that I think is familiar. I think he went to Monaco in 2018. Not sure he went to Monaco in 2019. We also got Kawakami, one of the drivers for Lexus in the 2018 Manufacturer Series winning team. We've got Saika, Jonathan Wong, Tatsuya Sugawara, Black Beauty, and Hyde SP. I don't know too much about him. He's very fast, but waiting in next is, I assume that's Yusuke Nakao, also a fast driver. But the top 9 right there. If we just take a quick look, up to 10 drivers from the same country. So if all these Japanese drivers decide to take their spot, that's 8 from Japan, and that only leaves 2 left out of 3 in that time trial. Let's just assume there's going to be Japanese at the top of that time trial for now. So only a maximum of 2 out of that 3 can be Japanese or from Japan. But let's assume Jonathan Wong can't make it. Next in line is Chu, Jimoto Ben, then the Korean driver. And by then you're probably you're probably not going to have enough pullouts. Another Malaysian, top Malaysian, next Taiwanese, and another Malaysian next in line. So that's Asia for you. Next is North America. Let's just check back again. So both North and South America, Central and South America I should say, top 6 straight from the online series. So you're, oh, actually wait, and up to 6 drivers from the same country. So your top 6 is Andrew Brooks, T3 Originals. I've just gone blank on his name. I'm so sorry. We've got Lamb. I've gone blank on his name. I know their faces, and I've just gone blank on their names. He's Amphi Doodlebutt on Twitter. Robbie Heck, a new name. He's done very well this year online in the top 16. We've got Kevin Pounder and Tristan Bayliss. So Lloyds and Leicester have just missed out on an automatic spot. If any of these were to pull out, they would get the next spot for the regional final. But they're definitely there for the time trial. Then for the Central and South America region, your top 6 are Angel Inestrosa, Luca Bonelli, Didico, Nico Rubala, Fabian Portilla, and Bernal Valverde. Just missing out was Hellsfire, Vinicius Neto, Ken Grady, and PX7 Rodrigo. So your top 6 have automatically qualified. Your next, again, based on the time trial, you've got 2 more that can make it out of Central and South America. Igor Fraga might put in a very good time trial time, so he might put some effort into that. But we'll see if he's able to compete. He says he'll be able to compete in the World Final for the Manufacturer Series, so we'll see if he puts in time for the regional final. Puts in the time to set a time trial lap to try to get into the regional final. Then let's go to Europe, MEA, the most competitive region, arguably. Let's go back. So top 12 from the online stage automatically go through, and a country cap of 3. So you've got Baptiste Beauvoir, Valerio Gallo, Coque Lopez, Giorgio Mangano, Adam Tapai, Giuseppe. I'm not sure if he's eligible. He might be by now. Rick Kevelam, Christian Malky, Matu, Marcus Connonen, Carlos Salazar, Adam Teswillo, maybe Will Murdoch if he's turned 18 by now, but if he hasn't, then Manuel Rodriguez gets to go through straight away. So that's your top 12, barring any pullouts or ineligibilities. There's the next few in line. I think that's Martin Swiderick. I'm not sure. He's put in a good campaign this year online in Nations Cup. We've seen him in the top 16. No immediate country cap rules I can see straight away, except for maybe Spain. If these 3 were to make it, then whoever's the next fastest in Spain will not be able to, even if they put up one of the top 4 times in the time trial, they still won't be able to go through. So let's say, for example, if Will Murdoch is 18 and he's eligible for this online regional final, then let's say, for example, Manu Rodri puts in the top time trial time. No other Spaniards can make it because that's 3 Spaniards out of the top 16, and we've got that. Some people think that's a little unfair, only 3 per country in Europe, but it is a very competitive competitive region. So you're still going to get the cream of the crop. You're just not going to get very deep within each country. That's all. Of note, who else might make the put in a good effort in the time trial? We've got Veloce Storm. I think he's changed his name to Yaz Heat Tom or something. I think I've seen some tweets from him intending to put in some time into the time trials. He might make it to the Nations Cup regional final. Look out for him. And I'm sure there's plenty of others that are wanting to put in their time. Maybe Mikhail as well, since he didn't really participate in the Nations Cup much. I don't see him anywhere on this list, but I'm sure there will be lots of names popping up here and there on the leaderboard for the time trials. Okay, let's go through the manufacturer series. I'm just going to go through the... Yeah, I had, as you would have just seen, I had the individual regions, each region's individual scores, but I think we're just going to go through this, the manufacturer ranking page, because that's the most, it's got all the information we need. So for Mercedes-Benz, who else? But we have Cody Nikolakowski. Oxfam Asia will miss out. We've got Susu, Baptiste Beauvoir, and Benelli. So we've got Benelli, Baptiste, and Cody representing. First reserve is Ox from Asia. Second reserve is DNA JMAG. Audi, your representatives are: first representative, Emily Jones. She had a fantastic campaign for Audi in Oceania. Manuel Rodriguez will join her along with Vinicius Neto. First reserve by half a point is Kuro from Asia. And second reserve is Mr. Stinky Bug, Parker Leach. Porsche, first representative is Road Beef, Tristan Bayliss. Second representative is Matt Simmons. Third is Angel Inostroza. First reserve from Europe is V1 Miro. Second reserve is Black Beauty, Tatsuya Sugawara. Citroen, first rep is Defsun. Who else? Andrew Brooks. From Asia, Gori Raichi, I think he's eligible. And third representative is Jara, if my mouse works. First reserve is Jotin Bray. Second reserve is Brian. Then we come to Toyota. Your representatives are Didiko, Stagger, and Yamanaka. First reserve from Oceania is Sidwag, Simon Bishop. Second reserve is Rick. That's a little surprising, maybe, yeah. It's Toyota's very competitive in each region. Then we come to Subaru. We've got Lamb. I can't believe I'm going blank on his name again. I'm going to search on another page his name. I'm doing him a disservice. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, it may come to me later. Lamb, Mikhail, and Karakuma Miyazono. First reserve is Andrew Lee, LR Amazinger. Second reserve is Faku Zappi. Honda. Representatives are Igor Fraga, Williams Bracer, and Shohei. First reserve is multiple NZs. We haven't seen him in a while. And my teammate from Altus, A. Conzio, Connor Healy, he'll be second reserve for Honda. BMW, we've got Randall Haywood, the name just came to me. TX3 Originals, Nico Ribla and Koke Lopez. First reserve is Keaton from Oceania. Second reserve is Karakana. Kawasaki, BMW, very competitive over all 5 regions. Volkswagen, your representatives are Cooper, Nico Ramiro, and Arrow. First reserve will be Bernal Valverde, and second reserve will be Jono Stan. Lamborghini, your reps are Daniel Holland. He made it despite a ban for about second half of the series. Spider and Mataboy. First reserve will be Shogo Yoshida from Asia. Second reserve, you do have flashbacks. Ford, represented by Adam Wilk. Tatsukt and Adam Tapai, 2 Adams. First reserve is Lucas Peck, and second reserve is Pick 7 Grove. Unfortunately, Nissan don't get to join in because Mazda, even though they're 14th, they are one of the official manufacturer partners. So they kick out Nissan, and they'll be represented by, come on mouse, Proloco McQueen, Fabian Portilla, Akagi-san, Ryota Kokibun, and from Oceania, FSR DB007, Jay Wong. Not Jonathan Wong, Jay Wong, as in Jay, Homer J Simpson, Jay Wong. First reserve is, I think that's Carlos Salazar. Second reserve, Binzi from North America. And that's the top 12 and representatives for possible representatives and reserves for each manufacturer. I won't bother going through the rest of the manufacturers that miss out, but there's a few that were a bit tough missing out. So yeah, and as we know, there are a few people out there who are totally disappointed that they ranked very highly in their region, but don't get to represent their manufacturer. That's just how manufacturer series is. Of note, some people that are missing out are Keegan McDonald, and in Europe, yes, Nikita Moisov. He not vented, but he did tweet out something that he was 3rd in Europe, but doesn't get that Aston Martin is out of the 12. That's unfortunately just how it is. I tried my best after switching, but I didn't I didn't practice enough. So that's just how it is. I got to represent Aston Martin in Nürburgring 2019 purely based on luck. So that's just how manufacturer series is. You know the point system going in, it's there. Nikita Moisov is, from what I know at least, is new to the top split in Europe this year. So they may have had high expectations considering they've done so well this year. But the point system hasn't changed since last year. So most of us know that it can be just kick in the guts when you've done so well all year and not being able to be in any world tours or world finals. So that's it from me for now. I've rambled on for nearly half an hour, and we'll definitely be keeping an eye on these online regional finals and world finals. I'll see you guys whenever. Cheers.